everybody, want to do a quick video about this awesome phone mount for Ford Ranger. It's for a 6th gen Ford Ranger. The company that makes this is out of Australia, so they made them for right-hand drive. He made a couple prototypes for left-hand drive and actually sent me one to test it. Didn't need me to make a video, didn't even ask me to make a video. He just wanted to see if it would work. It works so well, I wanted to share it with you because now he's actually shipping them out and you can get them on Amazon. He shipped a whole box of them to Amazon here so we can order them in the States. These are the left-hand drive. They go to the right-hand side of your steering wheel. They don't block your AC. You don't have to drill anything. You don't have to put sticky stuff on your dash. You don't have to use a suction cup. Doesn't use your cup holder. I mean, it's really, really awesome. It's pretty secure, but this is just a regular plastic one. Now he's making them with carbon fiber filaments in it, so it's even stronger and more heat resistant. So I didn't have that version. I have the regular plastic. So the one that you order now is going to be better than this. Anyway, let's get into the video. The guy's name is Sean. He works company SDF Development in Australia, and you can order on Amazon. Check the links in the description for the Amazon link and his company. He'll probably email you back within a day. He's super responsive. But anyway, just wanted to share it with you because I really think this is a cool way to go for a non-permanent, non-marring type of install for your phone, and you can do it in a matter of minutes. The thing that's going to take the longest is getting your phone mount attached to this piece of plastic. Putting it in the truck takes literally 5 seconds. So as I showed in a previous video, this is the current mount setup that I have. I had to modify this top piece. I had to put some bolts down into the speaker bracket. This was not a simple thing. It took, hours or days and modifying and cutting a piece of aluminum, bolting it all together, and I had to cut some of the backing off of this. So I think it works really well. It's really secure and it keeps my radio up here. But this is not what everybody wants to do. So as you can see, this is the wireless charger, and it plugged into my radio up here. So my power's all up here, and then this is powered down to the fuses. But it's just a magnetic charger. The truck's not on, so it's not working. But it holds my phone right here, which is perfect. And that is exactly where I'm going to be putting the new mount. Right here, so it clips right in. So what I'm going to do right now is just take this off, and then show you guys how the new mount looks once it's on there. This thing, like I said, is about as simple as it gets. It's just going to hook right here. So the top part just goes in, bottom part snaps on, and it's on there. So this is just a regular 3D printed plastic piece, but the guy out in Australia that made this is making them now with carbon fiber particles in there, not particles, but strands and stuff, just to strengthen it. It's not going to look like carbon fiber, but it's plastic reinforced with carbon fiber. So that's on there now. I mean, this moves a little bit, this moves a little bit, but it's definitely not going to fall out or fall down. And it's right where I want my phone anyway. In the past, I had one of the things that like pinches onto the air vent. That just blocked all the air, and honestly, it put some weird strain on the air vents unless it can be all on the inside, but it actually touched on the side, so it was pulling on it. I didn't really like the way it worked. Well, I liked the way it held my phone, but I didn't like that it covered up the air vent, especially in the summer when I want that AC. All right, I got my hardware mounted on here. Instead of drilling through it, I just took a piece of, this is, I think, 1/8 inch aluminum and cut a small piece, drilled out the holes just smaller than the bolts, and then threaded them into this. It's really tight. It's not going anywhere. They're steel bolts going into aluminum, so if anything's going to strip, it's the aluminum, not the bolts. But it actually held really well. The fact that this aluminum is so thick, I couldn't put bolt nuts on behind it, but it's holding really well on here. So now I'm just going to hook up this thing and put the mount on there and show you how it works. All right, so I've got it mounted. It moves a little bit. I mean, this thing is pretty secure, but even this moves a little bit here. When I had it on my my air vent, it would move around. So I mean, it's definitely not like rock solid, but it's on there pretty well. So I would say if you're looking for an easy phone mount that doesn't drill into anything, doesn't affect your vehicle, super easy to take on and off, this thing is really, I mean, this is my bullet point wireless charger, but the actual part underneath it is really an awesome piece of kit. So it just snaps right on there. It's not hard to take on and off, but it is in there pretty good once it's on. So I mean, It's basically just an L with a little clip to clip onto the back of this and a little flat area down here that goes in. And like I said, this is just a regular plastic one with a little bit of flex to it. He's printing them now with carbon fiber filaments in it to really stiffen it up. All right, so here it is. I got to clean up my wiring. I'll probably just tie it around this thing a little bit and then have it spun around and then tied in here so it's all hidden. But it does a good job. It definitely moves a little bit, but like I said before, the dude's making them now with carbon fiber filaments in it to give it strength to withstand some of the heat. I mean, it is sitting here in the dash right under direct sunlight if you have it parked out in the summer. The dude that makes these is in Australia, so it's super hot there. I live in Virginia. It gets hot here too. I'm not even sure my radio is going to be able to sit up here all summer without getting fried. I might have to move it down to the glove box. But for now, I'm going to try these out. I think it's going to work really well. I like the bullet point mounting stuff on here. It worked really well for me, but you could put anything on here, any mount that you want. You can drill into this piece of plastic and mount your phone how you want to. It's definitely, it could be more secure if you actually drill it into something, but for snapping in, this is great. It moves around about as much as the one I had in my air vent, and this doesn't block the AC. It's not quite as secure as the bullet point, but the bullet point mount that I have here is stuck to a piece of aluminum that's bolted to the back of this. I had to cut through and drill through my grill cover here. It was a lot of work to get this set up the way I wanted it. And if I had gotten this thing first, I probably wouldn't have done anything to this and there wouldn't be a bunch of holes in my speaker cover. So there you go. I put the link to this dude's product. He's selling it on Amazon now. He shipped a bunch out to Amazon so that he could sell them here in the US, which is really cool because Australia's had these trucks for a while. But anyway, I'll put the link there. I'll put the link to his store. Super cool dude. He'll get back to you on email if you send him a question or anything. That's it. Hopefully this is helpful, guys. Cheers. All right, I got my wires cleaned up. I coiled them up and tucked them underneath the top part that hooks into the back. It actually gave it a little bit more stability in there because it's putting more tension on where it holds on, where it clips together. So I think it's going to be really good. The wire still has to come from somewhere, but it's a little more hidden. It's gray. It's not coiled up all over the place. Maybe I'll see what else I can do, but I think for now it's really good. And then phone sits up here. I mean, it does move some, but when you're just riding on the road, when you hit a pothole, it's going to move around. But overall, it's good. I mean, I'm moving it pretty good. This one moves a little bit too. So it is what it is. For how easy this thing is to install, I think it's a no-brainer. It doesn't block your air conditioner, doesn't require you to drill holes, it doesn't use up your cup holder, it's not a suction cup up onto your windshield, which those aren't terrible, but every time I've had those, it seems like every couple weeks you got to redo it, and it's a pain to clean, and then it's not as sticky on your dash. So it's about as simple as it gets, and it does a good job if you're looking for a simple phone holder for your truck. All right, guys, cheers.
It's over!